welcome to Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton. Today we're going to talk about the power of community. We have some community leaders with us, some great business people, and they're going to share their insight. With us right now we have Sue Shonman, and you are co-owner of 360 Media. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And also Central Pennsylvania Sales Manager of Paul Davis, we have Mike Oster. Thank you for being here as well.
Thank you.
We have a great community in Lancaster, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you both are involved in so many different ways and capacities. Let's talk a little bit about what you do business-wise. First of all, what is 360 Media, Sue?
360 Media, we do a couple different things. We have a book called Destination Lancaster, which is a beautiful hardcover coffee table book that's distributed in the hotels and the bed and breakfast throughout the county. So we get to promote a lot of the great businesses that are in our area to the guests that are coming here. And oftentimes they come back.
Yes, they do.
And then we also have a local website called 360 Lancaster, 360lancaster.com. And that is the same thing. We're promoting a lot of businesses, a lot of the great local entities, whether it's for-profit or nonprofits, that are here in Lancaster County.
How long has this been around?
The website's 10 years old now, so it's been a while since we talked.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I thought when we first spoke about this, what a wonderful idea this was. How did this come about?
I saw the product and I just thought it was a perfect product for this area because it is, just a great silo of businesses, and to be able to kind of bring all that together from what's in Lidditz to Ephrata to Lancaster City and all over the county, it was a great way to kind of, bring all that information together for the community.
And you do it so well. I'm so glad you're here doing that. So Mike, with Paul Davis Restorations, for those who don't know, explain a little bit more about what you do.
Well, I always say when I meet people, we're somebody you want to know but never want to call. So,
Okay.
So you have to have people in your life that you can count on for certain things. And our company is a restoration company that is there for you when you have something happen to your home or your property. So with the Mother Nature, we never know. With all the pipes and all the things that are in your home, fire, mold, water, that's what we take care of. And our business is 7/24, so we're there for you around the clock. And but again, it's like in life, there are certain people you want to know that you can pick up the phone and call.
Right. Well, it's good to know that you're here.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, too. So you are very heavily involved with the community as well, too. Expound on that, Mike.
Well, I think first off, as me being a sales manager and not an owner of the company, I'm blessed to have a company that supports the community because it allows me to do these things. And then for me, it's passionate. I've been born and raised in Lancaster, and through my years in sales, I've gotten to meet a lot of people like Sue and yourself today. So, but I think it's important to give back, and I believe Lancaster is a unique community in that way, and I think doing businesses in Lancaster, it's important to do that. It's great for your business, but I think it's also a way of the community, which you always see somebody doing something to help somebody here in Lancaster.
Yeah, and it is power when we connect like this with different nonprofits and causes that we have near and dear to our hearts. Like, for instance, what are some causes and connections that you have, Sue?
Well, I was very active with Junior Achievement.
Yes.
I really try to give back in any way possible, just participating in Extraordinary Give and promoting those things so that the greater community is aware of a lot of these causes as well.
Absolutely. And I know one of the events we were just at recently was the Chambers Business Expo. And what's great about that, you get to see all of these different businesses, but you get to connect on a personal level. We're talking about being authentic and what's really near and dear to your heart, and the difference that we can use being a business person, but make a difference with some of these other nonprofits and issues as well, right? There's something near and dear to your heart that you get involved with too, isn't it?
It's cancer is near and dear to my heart, and I've been lucky that my company helps support it. I do a lot personally. Me and my wife are both involved in. I just finished up a campaign this year. I was co-chair along with a great friend and partner, Ted Gallagher, here in Lancaster for the Legacy Ball for the American Cancer Society. And last year, in 2017, I ran as Man of the Year for the Leukemia Society in Central PA. So the cancer is really near and dear to my heart, and I think it's a great cause, as there are many. But we also support a lot of things behind the scenes with local charities and customers, and but the cancer is the one that really strikes a chord.
Now, I think what you said here is important to talk about too, those things behind the scenes, because that really speaks volumes not only about you, but the difference that it makes in the community with what you're doing behind the scenes, such as?
Well, our customer, I look at it as a business, you know, I mean, my job is business, so I need to make sure that not only am I selling for Paul Davis, but how do we build a relationship with our customer that is keeps us at top of mind, because our business is sporadic and they don't need us every day. But at the same time, tie that into the community. So one of the examples is we do a lot of work here in the local school districts in the IU-13. We reach out to most of those school districts, if not all of them, around this time of the year, and we start to ask, can we help a family in the school district? A lot of times it's somebody that works for the district, because there's many families that need help, and it's tough to help them all. And we will supply gifts and food at Christmas time for those families that we get information on. And we do it in a way where we don't really need to be there. We actually ask that the school district handles the transition. So we do a lot of work in the retirement communities. And even though we sponsor a lot of events at these homes, we also do something where we send them, not a lot of money, a couple $100, but then we volunteer around the holidays to go and sing Christmas carols or participate in what they do. And that's big for me. The touch point to meet people is so valuable, not only for business, but I think personal. And the history of the people in retirement homes, and they talk about, we don't talk about our history enough anymore.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to reach out. And we also support other communities, you know, other things in the community here. We're always trying to help all the nonprofits. We're big with Toys for Tots. So there's a lot of other things that we do, but a lot of it's behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, and
with
everybody's involved with that within
the
business then.
It's a charter to get our company involved. We did a photo shoot. It was on Facebook. We bought T-shirts for all our offices, 5 offices, with a big pink ribbon on to help with breast cancer awareness. We'll do something for Veterans Day. And you know, so I think we try to get our whole company involved. I think it's really important to give back to the community. And like I said, I'm lucky enough to have a company that supports that, but I enjoy it.
It's a lot like the business family, helping the families in the community as well. So it really is about family and relationship. And that's a lot of what you do, Sue. In fact, you were instrumental in this show coming together because we were talking about the power of community. And you're connected with so many businesses. Just expound a little bit more on that.
Kind of leading off of what Mike was saying though before, was it's really strength in numbers, you know, and the networks that we've built beyond just our clients, but these business networks that they're friendships now. They are, you know, very, very powerful friendships. But in some of these groups, we do similar stuff, that you're coming together in numbers, and then we can do something for a greater good. So, for example, one networking group that I'm in, we do stuff for Power Packs, you know, and once a year we take care of a family. You know, and it just gives us the opportunity to not one person to try to help, but, you know, even if you are a small business, to, you know, come together in, you know, 10, 20, 30 people to really make a difference for people. So.
Yeah, and it really does. And it's not that hard to do because there are so many organizations out there. And if somebody's watching, what advice would you give?
Connect.
Yeah.
Connect. Connect.
In other words, go when you see opportunities to connect. Be a part of other organizations, right? Because you don't know who you're going to meet and what's going to resonate with you. What advice would you have, Mike?
Definitely connect, but help. I found to help somebody, whether it's going to lead to something or not, if you help somebody, it really does. Number one, you help somebody. Number two, I feel good about it. And then it usually leads to something. because when you help somebody, they're going to remember that.
Yeah.
And I believe that's important, that and to become a resource for people, because I met, gosh, Sue, probably 8 years ago, and we haven't been as together as much lately because our business has expanded. But I know at any one time I can pick up the telephone and call many people that I've met over the last 8 years, 8.5 years with Paul Davis here in Lancaster, and they'll help me.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for anything in return. Most of the time, I want to help them achieve their goal, because I think if you help people, it comes full circle.
It absolutely does come full circle, doesn't it, Sue?
Yeah, and you know, we're not an expert in everything, so that's the benefit of that. We do know the people that are, and just to be able to, you know, help and make those additional connections for other people, you know, then you can see them benefit and enjoy success.
Yeah, and from what you're saying, this truly is power of community. And the two of you are a great example of what that's all about, in reaching out and in networking and in helping each other, business-wise and also individuals in different other ways with nonprofits and that sort of thing. Thank you for what you do in the community. This is exciting. It absolutely is.
Thank you for talking about it.
Yeah, and that's what we'll keep this going, because I think this is something we should keep going. We're going to take a brief pause, and we're going to keep going when we come back and talk more about power of community with two other business and community leaders. Stay with us. Enjoy Mormon Tabernacle Choir, music in the spoken word, Sundays at 8:30 till 10 a.m. and 10:30 p.m. till midnight on LCTV 66, your local connection. Welcome back to Behind the Lines. We're talking about power of community with some community leaders and business people in the area. Joining us now, we have Carol Bryan. You're a financial advisor with 1847 Financial. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for bringing light to this
This
very
is so,
important topic.
It's so exciting, isn't
Yeah.
it? And I know Ron Weaver, you are excited about this too, and it's Weaver and Associates, and you're president there. Thank you for being here.
No problem. I love being here.
Good. I'm so glad you're here, and you wore the right thing to go along with the set too. It looks great. Let's talk a little bit about what both of you do. Carol, tell us what you do.
Well, I'm a financial advisor, and my role is to really help individuals to plan for what's next in their life, whether it's getting married or buying a home or enlarging their family, planning for retirement, maybe divorce or even death.
All of these life experiences,
Yes.
right? What life holds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been in this role for 10 years, but I've been in the financial services industry for over 30.
And you got started
Believe it or not.
because of a story too.
I did. I really did. Thanks for asking. I'm the youngest of 6 daughters, and I had no brothers, but at the age of 7 in the 2nd grade, our 43-year-old father died unexpectedly. And he left my 43-year-old mother with 6 daughters to raise and a $10,000 life insurance policy. So now it's really my life's work to make sure that the women that I work with are on a solid financial foundation, and something like that doesn't happen to them.
Yeah, I know you're passionate about what you do, and I know you are too, Rod. So tell us more about what you do.
Weaver Associates, we started 19 years ago when the company I worked with really got bought and sold 3 times in a year. And I recognized the larger companies didn't care about the small local business, and I grew my entire business of meeting small businesses, and sometimes they were 1- and 2-man operations, and I would grow with them over the years. But at Weaver Associates, we specialize in helping people with printing needs. Either we print that job for you, or we sell you the equipment to print it yourself. So we touch a great deal of customers in central Pennsylvania and Lancaster County.
Yeah, you really do, and you've done some wonderful business cards for the station here. So if people see those, we'll link them back to Weaver and Associates. A really good job. So I know you both feel strongly about the community and being involved in the community in different ways and giving back. Tell me a little bit about what you do, Carol.
Well, the community is so important, and because of my background, I'm very involved in women's causes. I'm involved in a women's association, ABWA, the American Business Women's Association. I chair the Women in Business program at the Northern Lancaster County Chamber of Commerce, and I'm also involved in the Lancaster Chamber's Women in Business Mentor program, which is an amazing program that partners high school junior girls with local business women in the area to help them explore their career options. So.
And
Yeah.
you see how you touch lives through this too, don't you? It's all connected, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. You know, and I think it's important that we lift each other up, and I think as we lift someone else up, we all rise.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I know you believe in that as well too, Ron. Tell me what you're doing.
You know, the beauty of our business is we get to meet many nonprofits. I'm personally involved with a lot of school boards, CTC advisory boards, but it's involving mainly kids, helping children grow as individuals and hopefully get into the business community. But the nonprofits we deal with locally, from everyone from a Vision Corps to Aaron's Acres to Women's Concern, we get to see the needs of the local community from not just our standpoint, but from theirs. So we put together a program a long time ago to be proactively to help a nonprofit get their word out through either print or other forms of media that we provide. But that's how we're really giving back. We're spending time going in and explaining to these directors how we can help you attain part of your financial goals that you're trying to raise money for, and how it's impacting the other people through discounting and through helping. It's hard, but it's also a gift that we're able to do it. And to be able to, we see the return. We see the people being helped. And that's really important that we keep in mind of that. I mean, I'm getting a little crazy passionate about it because I don't think we help each other enough.
So then how can we do more?
I think we need to, as I heard Sue say and everyone before, communicate. Get off your phone, get in front of somebody belly to belly, face to face, and talk about the needs you have and what help you need. I need help every day. I want to be able to reach out to somebody and say, hey, I need help with, Diane has an issue. What can I do to assist? Introduce them to people that have the right skill set to assist. Like at the Emerald Foundation, they have a breakfast where they get together and they bring all nonprofits together who are willing to come for a breakfast where they share resources. I may have an IT company. They need a printer. They need someone that can help fundraise for an event. They are sharing resources to help our community. And that's what I really enjoy being involved with.
We are so much stronger when we come together, aren't we? Because we don't live in isolation. So by coming together and sharing and taking that first step sometimes is really where it's at. Carol, expound on that.
Absolutely. You know, just as important as knowing what you do, it's important to know what you don't do. So while I'm a financial advisor, I am not an estate attorney. I am not a mortgage lender. I am not, you know, a CPA or a tax preparer. But through my interactions and through my networking and through this web that we create in the community, I have created relationships with many of those professionals that I now have a trusting professional relationship with. So I can provide not only a great level of service in what I do, but I can also provide some trusted referrals to people that are within the community.
And that's what it's about. It's the level of trust that you have with this too. Because you're building this network and you're reaching out and getting involved in different ways.
You know, with the network, what I found is that most people I know are much smarter than me at what they know versus what I know. Connecting those people together not only saves time and energy, but saves them money ultimately by streamlining what they need to do to go to the professionals. I have the fortune of, I probably visit, I don't know, 600-700 different companies a year. I get to see all kinds of people. I know that if someone has a disaster, I know Paul Davis. I know someone who needs advertising for a retail environment, I know Sue. So, and those type of things is valuable because why would we send that away from our community that builds revenue, tax dollars, and the relationships? Why? And that's why we just need to educate people to be more, to think about the others around you that can help you.
Yeah.
And they want to help.
So really coming out from behind your desk or wherever you happen to do what your work is and to become involved with different organizations and joining different other communities, right, Carol?
Absolutely. You know, I think it's just so important to insert yourself, get involved, and genuinely get to know people. Once there are so many opportunities in Lancaster to do that. Whether you're involved in a chamber or an industry organization or a networking group, there's many nonprofit or service organizations like the Lions Club and Sertoma and Rotary. There's a great opportunity to just really get to know people. And we've got such a web of professionals in this community that really want to serve and want to help each other.
So find something that really excites you,
Yes.
gets you interested. Maybe it's something you've been inquisitive about, and that's a way to join too.
Sure.
Would you agree?
I mean, years ago, I'm a golfer, so I get invited to the golf outings. But then I started to find out at the outings, hearing the speakers speak about what the organization was doing was like, wow. And my children, my twins, 28 years old now, were actually the poster children for the March of Dimes 28 years ago. And they would have never been involved unless I went to an outing, heard them tell the story, and then I got involved on not just a level, but a fundraising level, a board level, helping them raise funds and knowing what they've done. So it was impactful for me. So I always say, get involved with something that means something to you, and you'll be amazed at what you learn. My children are alive today because of it. So I really am thankful, and that's why those community outreaches, those nonprofits are vital to our community.
Absolutely. And I think you raise an important point too, what you're involved with today and the effect that it has years down and connections that you have, and how we all change sometimes with what we're doing and where we're going and how this all fits together, right,
Sure,
Carol?
absolutely, yeah. A perfect example of that is the mentoring program through the Chamber, the Women in Business program. You know, we're really mentoring the next generation of professionals here in Lancaster County. We just want them to be successful and find a great, prosperous job and build their family and their own network right here. So you're right, this is our legacy.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we want to bring this all together, we're talking about power of community. It's not only just what you do business-wise, but it's what you take with your other skills and go beyond that and the other people that you affect. Give me some final thoughts with this.
My thought has been for a long time is I want to communicate with you. I want to talk to you and find out what's important. I think what's important to me, but honestly, I need to listen better to my community friends and partners and listen to what they have to say and then take those things and make myself better for my community. I need to do a better job with that, and everyone does, I believe. They need to listen more and speak less.
Wow, that's really important. And you find out a lot when you listen, and we talk about truly listening. Yeah. Carol, a thought?
Well, I think I come back to that old adage, team together, everyone achieves more. I think that's what a community is coming together, not trying to go it alone, and really just involving the people around you that you know and trust, and jumping in.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let's jump in together.
Yeah.
You know, there's power in numbers and there's power in this community.
Right.
And everybody here has a really full Rolodex, so we can all reach out to you too to connect
bet.
with more people. So thank the both of you. Also thank you to Sue and to Mike for being here, shedding light on this. Let's keep this going.
Please.
Absolutely. We'd like to say thank you for joining us today too on Behind the Lines. I'm Diane Dayton, reminding you to look behind the lines. You might be surprised what you find.